Chosen ones, listen closely. Every trial you've faced, every tear you've shed, every heartbreak and loss, none of it was random. Allah has been preparing you in ways the world cannot see, shaping you, strengthening you, and elevating you for a purpose only He knows. What feels like pain today is actually a sign of divine attention, a silent message that you are being readied for greatness. Your struggles are not a punishment, they are your preparation. In this video, we will uncover 7 powerful lessons that reveal how Allah is using every challenge in your life to prepare you for a destiny that will inspire generations. If you're ready to understand the true wisdom behind your suffering, then stay with me, because what you're about to hear will transform how you see your pain, your trials, and your life. Chosen one, understand this truth with every fiber of your being. The moments when life feels unbearably heavy, when the weight of the world presses upon your chest, when tears flow silently in the darkness, and when your heart feels like it might shatter, none of it is by chance, and none of it is meaningless. Allah, in His infinite wisdom and mercy, is not blind to your pain. In fact, He is intimately aware of every pang, every wound, and every struggle you endure, and He is responding to it in a way the world cannot see. Your suffering is not a punishment. It is a sign of His attention, a signal that you are among those He has chosen to refine, to elevate, and to prepare for a destiny that ordinary hearts could never carry. The chosen ones are never left to wander aimlessly in hardship. Rather, they are being molded in the hidden fires of trial, their character sharpened, their faith strengthened, and their hearts made soft for sincerity and courage. Each tear that falls is a messenger, carrying with it the invisible whispers of Allah, telling you that He sees you, He knows you, and He is intentionally guiding you toward the life only He has written for you. Even when the world misunderstands you, when people betray you, or when your circumstances seem hopeless, know that these are the very moments that indicate Allah's hand is upon you, protecting you from paths that would stunt your growth, and redirecting you toward those that will fulfill your divine purpose. Pain, therefore, is not a signal of weakness but of elevation. It is not a sign of neglect but of attention. It is the unseen bridge that Allah builds beneath your feet to carry you toward the station. He has prepared for you a station of spiritual strength, divine wisdom, and a life of impact that will echo beyond your own existence. So, embrace your struggles, honor your tears, and remember that every trial you face is a personal conversation between your soul and your Creator, a secret preparation, a sacred refinement, and the unmistakable evidence that Allah is crafting you for greatness that only the chosen ones are destined to achieve. Chosen one, every challenge, every setback, every moment of confusion or despair that you have faced was never meant to break you. It was meant to prepare you, to elevate you, and to guide you toward the destiny that only Allah has written for you. The struggles you encounter are not meaningless hardships. They are bridges, carefully constructed by the most merciful to carry you from the person you are today to the person you are destined to become. When life feels overwhelming, when obstacles seem insurmountable, and when you question why the pain continues to follow you, remember that these very struggles are shaping your character, refining your patience, and teaching your heart to rely solely on Allah. The chosen ones are never exempt from trials. In fact, they are often placed in situations that stretch their faith, test their sincerity, and challenge their resilience, not as punishment, but as a divine curriculum for greatness. Each difficulty, each heartbreak, each failure is a teacher disguised as hardship, instructing you in the lessons of humility, perseverance, and unwavering trust in the one who holds your fate in His hands. While the world may see only chaos, confusion, or loss, Allah sees the unseen path, that these struggles are creating for you, a path that leads to unimaginable impact, honor, and spiritual elevation. Your destiny is not something that arrives by chance or ease. It is earned through endurance, through unwavering faith, and through the courage to remain steadfast even when hope feels distant. Struggles are the bridge that connects your current self to your higher purpose. Your trials are the weight that strengthens your spiritual muscles, and your patience is the key that unlocks the door to a destiny so profound that only the chosen ones are capable of fulfilling it. So, embrace your struggles with gratitude, face them with courage, and trust that every obstacle in your path is a stepping stone toward the extraordinary life Allah has designed for you, a life that will leave a legacy of faith, wisdom, and divine impact that will inspire generations to come. Chosen one, never underestimate the power and purpose of your tears, for each drop that falls carries a profound spiritual significance that the world cannot see, a message from your heart to Allah, and a divine tool for your elevation. When you cry in solitude, when sorrow fills your chest and the weight of life seems unbearable, know that these are not signs of weakness, but of a heart that is being purified, refined, and prepared to hold immense wisdom and responsibility. The chosen ones are not spared from heartbreak, loss, or the sting of disappointment. Rather, they are placed in situations that awaken their souls, stretch their patience, and cleanse their hearts of anything that might hinder their connection with Allah. Each tear that flows is a silent prayer, a secret conversation between you and your Creator, a means by which Allah removes the layers of doubt, fear, and worldly attachment, leaving behind a heart that is soft for compassion, resilient in faith, and sincere in purpose. Your tears hold the power to transform pain into strength, despair into reliance on Allah, and vulnerability into a sacred gateway for divine guidance. Through crying, the chosen ones learn humility, empathy, and the reality that ultimate comfort and support can only be found in their Lord. The nights of weeping, the moments when no one sees or understands, are not wasted. They are spiritual classrooms, divine workshops where your soul is being sculpted into a vessel capable of carrying immense light and influence. Allah has gifted you this tool, this sacred language of the heart, to cleanse, elevate, and prepare you for the extraordinary mission that lies ahead, a mission that will require a heart unshakable in faith, compassionate in action, and intimately connected to the divine. So do not hide your tears, do not despise your sorrow, and do not fear vulnerability, for through your tears, Allah is elevating you, fortifying you, and preparing you to shine with a light that the world has never seen before, a light that will inspire, guide, and heal generations to come. Chosen one, the moments when you feel isolated, unseen, misunderstood, or distant from those around you are not accidents, nor are they signs of neglect or rejection. They are among the most profound gifts Allah can give to a heart that is being prepared for greatness. Isolation is a sacred space where your soul learns to rely solely on the one who created you, where distractions fade, where superficial connections dissolve, and where your heart begins to hear the subtle whispers of guidance that are drowned out in the noise of the world. The chosen ones are often separated from ordinary comforts, ordinary company, and ordinary understanding, because Allah is carving within them a clarity of purpose that cannot be formed amidst chaos or conformity. Every moment of solitude, every silent tear, every night when you feel unseen is not emptiness. It is a divine workshop where patience is honed, intentions are purified, and the depth of your faith is tested and strengthened. While others may misinterpret your isolation as weakness, fear, or failure, the truth is that Allah is elevating you in ways that cannot yet be measured or understood, preparing you to step into a destiny so vast and powerful that only the chosen ones can carry it with integrity, wisdom, and sincerity. In this divine seclusion, your heart learns to recognize the value of sincerity, to treasure intention over recognition, and to cultivate a steadfast connection to Allah that is untouched by the opinions, judgments, or distractions of others. You may feel lonely, rejected, or misunderstood, yet every moment of separation is a sacred signal that Allah is deliberately refining your character, teaching you patience that is beyond ordinary endurance, instilling resilience that will sustain you through future trials, and shaping a clarity of vision that will allow you to navigate life with divine insight. Isolation is the mirror in which the chosen ones see themselves truly, not as the world defines them, but as Allah sees them, as vessels of light, as carriers of wisdom, as souls entrusted with missions that transcend time, place, and the understanding of ordinary people. When you feel the sting of loneliness, remember that the one who separated you from the distractions and the noise is the one who is filling your heart with a divine presence, guiding your steps and quietly preparing you for greatness that will touch countless lives. This gift of solitude is not about being alone in the worldly sense. It is about being deeply connected to the Most Merciful, about learning to navigate life through faith rather than reliance on human validation, and about growing in a spiritual strength that the chosen ones alone possess. So embrace your isolation, cherish the quiet moments, and recognize that this sacred space is a preparation, a purification, and a divine elevation. The nights that seem endless, the silence that feels heavy, the people who cannot understand your journey, all of it is Allah shaping you, lifting you, and readying you for the extraordinary purpose that awaits you. When your time comes, the chosen ones emerge, not broken, not empty, but profoundly empowered, spiritually awake, and divinely aligned, capable of fulfilling a mission that could only have been prepared in the secret solitude that the world could never comprehend. And in this truth, you will find the courage to endure, the peace to trust, and the unwavering faith that isolation was never a punishment, but the most magnificent gift of preparation a heart could ever receive. Chosen one, understand this truth deeply. Every moment of suffering, every wound that life has inflicted, every tear that has fallen in the quiet corners of your heart is not a mark of your failure, nor a random misfortune, but a divine tool meant to purify your intentions, cleanse your soul, and prepare you for the extraordinary mission Allah has destined for you. The chosen ones are never spared from pain, yet their pain carries a sacred purpose. It separates the worldly from the eternal, the superficial from the sincere, and the fleeting from the everlasting. Each trial is a spiritual scalpel, delicately removing the impurities of pride, ego, envy, and attachment, leaving behind a heart that beats solely for Allah, that moves solely with sincerity, and that acts with a purity of intention that the world cannot recognize, nor can it replicate. The hardships you endure are not meant to weaken you, but to strip away everything in your heart that is unworthy of the light and responsibility Allah is preparing you to carry. When betrayal cuts deep, when loss feels unbearable, when injustice pierces your soul, it is a sign that Allah is actively working to refine you, to strip away every hidden desire that might cloud your purpose, and to illuminate the sincerity of your intentions, so that your actions, your decisions, and your very existence align with the divine will. Suffering is the furnace in which the chosen ones are purified, the crucible in which faith is strengthened, and the sacred workshop where intentions are refined until they shine with clarity and truth. While others may pursue recognition, status, or worldly validation, your suffering teaches you to act for Allah alone, to serve from sincerity, and to love without expectation of reciprocation, knowing that true reward comes only from the most merciful, and that the value of your actions is measured in purity, not popularity. The moments when you feel broken, isolated, or defeated are actually moments of divine intervention, where Allah is carefully separating the worldly distractions from the heart of the faithful, preparing you to operate from a place of absolute sincerity, unwavering faith, and complete reliance on Him. Your suffering is not meaningless. It is intentional, precise, and deeply transformative. It is a spiritual training ground, where patience is tested, character is strengthened, and the motives of the heart are revealed in their truest form. Through your pain, Allah is teaching you the secret of intention, that the reward, the impact, and the blessing of every action depend not on human approval, but on the purity of the heart and the sincerity of the effort. Each trial you endure is a hidden blessing, a divine calibration, ensuring that when the time comes for you to step fully into your destiny, your intentions will be unshakable, your heart will be untouchable by pride or desire for recognition, and your actions will be guided by nothing other than the will of Allah. The chosen ones emerge from suffering transformed, refined, and aligned. They are no longer motivated by fear, desire, or worldly validation. Instead, they move with a purpose that is sacred, a clarity that is divine, and a faith that is unbreakable. Your suffering purifies your intentions, elevates your spirit, strengthens your resolve, and aligns your heart with the path that only the most merciful has set for you. Every hardship, every heartbreak, every lonely night, every betrayal, every disappointment, all of it is a meticulous, divinely guided process of purification. And when you emerge from it, you will act, speak, and serve not from the ego, not from worldly desire, and not from human approval, but from the sincerity of a heart fully surrendered to Allah, carrying the light, wisdom, and strength that only the chosen ones possess, prepared to leave an impact that will echo through generations, inspire souls, and fulfill a divine mission that the world could never orchestrate, but Allah has perfectly written for you, and you alone, chosen one. Understand this truth with every fiber of your being. Patience is not merely the act of waiting, nor is it the absence of action in the face of trials. Patience is a sacred, transformative force that Allah has placed within the hearts of His chosen ones, a divine tool through which every trial, every hardship, every heartbreak, and every moment of struggle is not only endured but converted into a vehicle of spiritual elevation, purification, and immense reward. The chosen ones are often placed in circumstances that test the limits of human endurance, situations that seem insurmountable, moments where despair whispers its lies, and nights when the world feels cold, unresponsive, and indifferent. Yet in these moments, the patient heart recognizes a profound truth, that every delay, every setback, and every difficulty is a meticulously orchestrated element of divine wisdom, designed not to break the faithful, but to prepare them, refine them, and multiply their reward in ways that are unseen, unfathomable, and eternal. Patience is not passive. It is active reliance on Allah, complete submission to His will, and unshakable faith that the most merciful sees what no one else sees, hears what no one else hears, and knows what no one else understands. Each moment you endure with patience is recorded, treasured, and multiplied by Allah in a manner that surpasses human comprehension. Every tear, every sigh, every moment of silence in the face of injustice or trial is transformed into a weightless jewel of eternal reward, a testimony to the depth of your faith and a sign of your alignment with divine purpose. The chosen ones are distinguished not by the absence of trials, but by the way they navigate them, not with complaint, resentment, or despair, but with unwavering reliance on Allah, knowing that He is the ultimate source of justice, provision, guidance, and blessing. Patience is the bridge between suffering and triumph, between despair and elevation, between the unseen struggles of today and the manifest victories of tomorrow. The longer you endure with sincerity, the greater your reward becomes. For Allah multiplies the efforts of those who persevere with a heart that trusts Him, a spirit that submits fully, and a soul that refuses to be broken by worldly trials. Every delay you experience, every obstacle you face, every person who misunderstands, underestimates, or opposes you is not a hindrance, but a divine mechanism to strengthen your resolve, sharpen your character, and prepare you for a station of influence, honor, and impact that only the chosen ones can reach. Patience transforms suffering into spiritual wealth, struggles into wisdom, and obstacles into stepping stones toward a destiny that is divinely designed and impeccably timed. In your patience, the world sees weakness, but Allah sees resilience. The world sees delay, but Allah sees preparation. The world sees trials, but Allah sees an opportunity to multiply your reward beyond imagination. Chosen one, every act of patience, whether it is enduring loneliness, maintaining faith amidst betrayal, or persevering through uncertainty, is a testimony that you belong to a select group of souls whom Allah is elevating, protecting, and preparing to fulfill missions of immeasurable importance. Your patience is a shield that guards your heart, a lamp that illuminates your path, and a key that unlocks doors of provision, guidance, and divine favor that would remain closed to those who act in haste, despair, or impatience. And when the time comes, you will see the fruits of your patience manifest in ways that will astonish you. Situations will shift in your favor, hearts will turn to you, opportunities will open, and the reward that Allah promised will arrive multiplied in abundance and in perfect timing. Patience is the invisible investment in your spiritual and worldly future. Every moment you wait with faith, every challenge you endure without complaint, every trial you meet with trust in Allah, compounds into blessings that far surpass the temporary ease the world offers. The chosen ones are tested not because they are weak, but because their capacity for reward, impact, and divine elevation is beyond ordinary measure, and only those who remain steadfast through patience can carry the weight of the greatness Allah intends for them. So embrace every trial with patience, honor every delay, and recognize that what feels like suffering today is the seed of blessings that will flourish tomorrow. Know that Allah is multiplying your reward, elevating your status, and preparing you for a life, a mission, and a legacy that only the chosen ones are destined to achieve. And in this divine orchestration, your patience is not a passive act of endurance, but the most powerful tool for spiritual, emotional, and eternal elevation, ensuring that the moment you step into your purpose, you will do so not as one who struggled in vain, but as one who endured with faith, acted with sincerity, and received a reward so immense that it will echo through your life, your lineage, and the lives of countless others whom your faith, perseverance, and divine alignment will touch for generations to come. Chosen one, hear this with every part of your being. The pain you have endured, the trials that have tested your faith, the heartbreaks that have shattered your comfort, the betrayals that have left you questioning the world, and the nights when despair seemed endless, none of it was random, none of it was meaningless, and none of it was wasted. Rather, every moment of suffering, every scar, every tear, every trial, every moment that felt unbearable was a deliberate, divinely orchestrated preparation by Allah Himself to equip you for a life and a mission that will leave an impact far greater than what the world can imagine. A mission that only the chosen ones are capable of fulfilling, a purpose that cannot be carried by ordinary hearts, and a light that can only shine through those who have walked through the fires of hardship with patience, faith, and unwavering reliance on the most merciful. Your pain is the secret training ground of the soul, the hidden crucible where character is forged, where sincerity is tested, where resilience is cultivated, and where the heart is cleansed from every impurity, every attachment to the fleeting comforts of the world, every trace of pride, every whisper of resentment, so that when the time comes, you will act, speak, and lead with a heart that is perfectly aligned with divine guidance, unshakable in faith and unstoppable in mission. The chosen ones are never given greatness without preparation, never entrusted with influence without refinement, never tasked with guidance without trial. Every hardship you have faced is a silent indicator that Allah is molding you into the vessel through which His wisdom, mercy, and power will flow into the lives of countless others. When you felt misunderstood, isolated, or rejected, know that these were not punishments but shields, protecting you from paths that would dilute your purpose and keeping you on the track that leads to the extraordinary station Allah has decreed for you. Every setback, every loss, every moment when hope seemed distant was part of a divine curriculum, teaching you patience, strengthening your reliance on Allah, deepening your faith in the unseen, and preparing your heart to carry the weight of a responsibility that only those who have endured, persevered, and remained steadfast could ever bear. Your pain is a sign that Allah sees your potential, that He trusts you with tasks beyond ordinary comprehension, and that He is quietly, deliberately, and meticulously preparing you to become a beacon of guidance, inspiration, and divine influence. The scars you carry are not blemishes but symbols of preparation. The trials you survived are not failures but stepping stones, and the nights of tears are not weaknesses but divine investments in the heart that will one day illuminate the world. The chosen ones rise above mediocrity not because they were spared, but because they endured, learned, and were purified through suffering. Their hearts are strong, their intentions are pure, and their mission is aligned perfectly with the divine will, ready to create ripples that touch generations, transform communities, and inspire souls to seek the truth, the light, and the mercy of Allah. Your pain is the hidden blessing that transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary legacies, preparing you to move with wisdom, compassion, and authority that is anchored in faith and refined by trial, ensuring that when you step into your purpose, your impact will be unmistakable, undeniable, and eternal. Chosen one, understand that nothing you have endured has been wasted, nothing has been accidental, and nothing has been meaningless. Your struggles are the blueprint of your destiny. Your tears are the training of your heart. Your isolation is the refinement of your soul. Your patience is the key to immense reward, and your faith is the foundation upon which Allah is building a life of divine impact, influence, and purpose that only the chosen ones are capable of carrying, leaving a legacy that will echo beyond time, inspire countless lives, and testify to the truth that every hardship, every trial, and every moment of pain you have endured was the preparation you needed to fulfill the mission. Allah has destined for you a mission that will not only change your life, but will illuminate the lives of generations, awaken hearts, and bring the mercy, guidance, and wisdom of Allah into a world that desperately needs it. And in this, your pain becomes not just an experience, but a powerful, sacred, and transformative force that shapes you into the chosen one you were always meant to be. Chosen ones, now you see the truth. Every tear you've shed, every trial you've endured, Every moment of pain was never random. Allah has been preparing you, refining you, and elevating you for a purpose only He knows. Your struggles were shaping your heart, your patience was multiplying your reward, your suffering was purifying your intentions, and your isolation was a sacred gift. Each lesson you've learned, each challenge you've faced, is a thread in the divine tapestry of your destiny, a destiny that will illuminate lives, inspire hearts, and leave an impact that echoes beyond your time. So, embrace your journey, trust your Creator, and never underestimate the power of what you have endured. You are not just surviving, you are being prepared, strengthened, and elevated to a station reserved only for the chosen ones. Remember, the world may not understand your journey, but Allah sees, Allah knows, and Allah is preparing you for greatness. Stand firm in faith, carry your light boldly, and let your life be a testimony that every struggle was a preparation for divine impact. Share this message, hold on to these truths, and walk forward knowing that your pain was never random. It was the pathway to the destiny Allah has written for you, a destiny filled with light, purpose, and eternal blessing. Subhanallah, the best is yet to come, and your time to shine is approaching. Embrace it, for you are the chosen one.